Jonathan Byers, from the very beginning of Stranger Things, is a character who carries a quiet weight. He isn't the one with flashy powers like Eleven, or the sharp wit of Nancy, or the loud confidence of Steve. His superpower, if you can call it that, is a profound and painful sensitivity. He is an empath, a person who doesn't just understand the feelings of others but seems to physically and emotionally absorb them, carrying their pain as if it were his own. This documentary essay explores that burden. The weight of feeling everything so deeply in a world that is often brutal and unkind. We see this first and most powerfully in the disappearance of his brother, Will. While Joyce, his mother, expresses her panic outwardly, screaming and tearing apart the house, Jonathan's pain turns inward. It becomes a deep, silent ocean. He doesn't cry hysterically, he withdraws. He pours himself into the search, not just out of love, but because Will's absence is a constant, screaming ache in his own chest. He absorbs his mother's fracturing sanity, feeling responsible for holding her together even as he is falling apart himself. The posters he puts up, the long hours walking in the woods, are not just actions, they are the only way he knows how to process the overwhelming emotional current of loss that has flooded his home. He becomes a vessel for his family's tragedy. This empathy extends beyond his family, often putting him in the role of an observer, a witness to the pain of others. His camera is the perfect symbol for this. He doesn't just take pictures, he captures moments, feelings, secrets. He sees the loneliness in Nancy's life before she even acknowledges it herself. He photographs her from a distance, not as a creepy stalker, but as someone who recognizes a kindred spirit of quiet isolation. He sees the strain behind her perfect relationship with Steve, the feeling of being trapped in a role. When Barb disappears, Jonathan immediately connects it to Will. He feels Nancy's guilt and fear, absorbing it alongside his own. Their entire partnership begins because his empathy for her loss mirrors his own. He doesn't judge her for her party life, he sees the pain underneath. He listens. In a world of loud monsters and government conspiracies, Jonathan's greatest strength is his ability to be still and to truly see people. To absorb their truth without flinching. But absorbing all this pain comes at a tremendous personal cost. This is the empath's burden. You feel everything, but you have no psychic filter to block it out. For Jonathan, it manifests as a life of constant sacrifice and self-erasure. He is the caretaker, the responsible one. From a young age, he had to step up because of his absent father and his mother's struggles. His own dreams, his own desires, are constantly pushed aside, buried under the weight of everyone else's needs. He works a terrible job to help pay the bills. He puts his college applications on hold. His life is not his own. The emotional toll is visible in his quiet demeanor, his tired eyes, his reluctance to put himself forward. He expects nothing for himself because he is so used to giving everything to others. When he finally does express anger, like his fight with Steve in Season 1, it's a rare explosion of all the frustration and pain he has been quietly holding, not just his own, but Steve's posturing. Nancy's confusion, the town's cruelty. It's all been absorbed, and finally, it overflows. His relationship with Nancy is the ultimate testament to this dynamic. They are drawn together because Jonathan is the first person who truly sees her, who feels her complexity. He provides a safe harbor for her pain. But even here, the burden plays out. He constantly puts her needs and safety above his own. He supports her crusade for justice, even when it's dangerous. He follows her lead. And when their relationship hits rough patches, like Nancy's grief over Barb turning to a reckless need for vengeance, or her later struggles with guilt and ambition, Jonathan absorbs her turmoil. He becomes the stable, understanding rock, often silencing his own fears and insecurities to be that for her. Their biggest fights happen when his own absorbed pain, the stress of providing for his family, the fear of losing her to a bigger world, finally bubbles up, and he struggles to communicate it, so used is he to holding it inside. Loving Nancy is a joy for him, but it is also another layer of feeling, another person's emotional world to navigate and protect. Even in the face of literal, otherworldly monsters, Jonathan's role remains consistent. He doesn't fight the Demogorgon with strength or weapons first. He fights it by protecting others, by feeling their terror and acting to soothe it. He saves Nancy from the monster in his house. In the chaos of Season 2, while others are directly confronting the Mind Flayer, Jonathan is often the one getting people to safety, comforting Will during the horrific possession, sharing in his brother's agony as the shadow monster takes over his mind. He feels Will's fear as if it's his own. In the Battle of Starcourt, he's not on the front line with the fireworks. He's helping evacuate people, absorbing the panic of the crowd and turning it into focused action. His heroism is the heroism of empathy, steady, selfless, and deeply draining. By the later seasons, we see the long-term effects of this burden. Jonathan is quieter, more withdrawn, grappling with the accumulated trauma not just of the supernatural events but of the emotional weight he has carried for his family and friends. His struggle with marijuana isn't shown as mere teenage rebellion, it's a coping mechanism, a way to finally dull the constant noise of other people's feelings and his own anxiety. It's his attempt to build a filter he was never born with. His fear about going to college with Nancy isn't just about distance, it's the terror of finally having to focus on himself, to define who he is outside of being the supporter, the empath, the burden bearer for Byers' family. It's a terrifying prospect because he's spent his whole life identifying through the feelings of others. In the end, Jonathan Byers represents a different kind of strength in the Stranger Things universe. While others battle monsters with telekinesis or bravery or intellect, Jonathan's battlefield is the human heart. His burden is to walk through the world without emotional armor, to feel the sharp edges of everyone's pain and to choose, again and again, to help carry it. It is an exhausting, often thankless role. It has cost him his childhood, his peace of mind, and at times, his own sense of identity. But it is also what makes him essential. He is the glue. He is the quiet force that holds his family together. He is the understanding ear that makes his friends feel seen. He is the proof that sometimes the most powerful weapon against the darkness, whether it's from another dimension or the very real darkness of grief and loneliness, is simple, profound, human compassion. The empath's burden is heavy, a weight that bends him, but it does not break him. Instead, it forges him into a person of immense, quiet resilience, a testament to the strength it takes to feel deeply in a world that often encourages us to feel nothing at all. His story is a reminder that healing often doesn't come from a punch or a power, but from someone willing to sit with you in your pain and share its weight, and that, in itself, is a form of magic.